Anybody can become angry. That's easy. But to be angry with the right person and to the right degree and at the right time and for the right purpose and in the right way, that is not within everyone's power and is not easy. Aristotle. This is something I think we all struggle with as we overdo it when we're angry, generally, I find, or we underdo it. We build resentment by not doing the confrontation that we should have done. We might feel it's not worth it, or we don't want to speak because we're too angry, we might go overboard, or we go the other way. If we're having a bad day and someone catches us at the wrong moment and we kind of go crazy at them. And the first part where it says to be angry with the right person, often I find it's within yourself. I think Thich Nhat Hanh says something that when you're angry at another person, often they've just triggered something within you. They've triggered a trauma. They're like someone that you don't like. They have a quality that about yourself that you don't like. So you're kind of projecting. So the first question is, am I even really angry at them or just angry seeing something in them that I have that's a negative quality? And to the right degree. So how much anger? So it's kind of like you have to show them you're angry. You have to confront them, but not too much or not too little. You have to have the right discernment for what the seriousness of and at the right time. Sometimes an immediate confrontation is the wrong time. Sometimes it's the right time. It's tough. Sometimes they're not willing to hear it. You're both upset. It's probably better to confront them away from the heat of the moment. But other times I find you have to rub somebody's nose in, like a dog that pees on the carpet. You have to grab their nose and rub it in so they understand the punishment. Because if you try to punish them later, they just think you're abusing them or something. So there's at the right time is also important. So they get the direct consequence and for the right purpose. Are they going to change? I had this woman I was talking to, and she was just not the type to change, I could tell. And she had trouble dating, and I just didn't bother to tell her what the real issue why we're breaking up. It was like I could tell no matter what I said, she thinks she's right. So it was kind of like I just broke up with her and didn't give it like really that much of a reason because why to say what the real issue was, it would just upset her and cause more argument versus just calling it quit. So I think sometimes like what is your purpose of confronting them? Do you think this person will actually change? Is it even worth the confrontation? Is it just easier to walk away? So the purpose is like what are you really trying to accomplish with confronting them? That the people you need to confront are the people you're dealing with in your daily life. Some random jerk in that is passing through on the street, whether it's road rage or whatever else it may be, you're never going to see them again. There's really not a point to confront them. It's not going to change their behavior anyway. And in the right way. Some people, how you're confronting these people. Are you yelling at them? Are you saying it calmly? Some people only get it with some anger in your voice. So it's kind of like, who's your audience? And it's not within everyone's power and not easy because sometimes maybe it's your boss, right? I kind of always joke, you have to vote with your feet. Can you confront your boss that much? You can draw some boundaries, but you can't walk into the boss's office generally and say, I got a problem with you. I kind of find the only time at work the boss is willing to listen to you is when you give your notice. All of a sudden, then, since you have the leverage, they want to see what they can do to fix the problem. It's not easy to confront somebody in a rational way. It's easier just to kind of go off your emotions. So I kind of find too if I can delay the conversation, even someone's IMing me or we're on the phone. I've said stuff like, tied up right now. Let's talk about this in 5 minutes. So I'm not going to just ignore their message. Or if it's in real time, we're in a meeting, it's like, let's take that offline post meeting. Like, I'm not going to get in a big argument in front of everyone else. I kind of feel like too, sometimes you have to have performative anger, especially with, I'm a father. Sometimes you have to have a little anger in your voice, even if it's not real, just to get the point across. So the child listens, they're taking it seriously. So there's that kind of falls under the right degree. Even recently with my brother, where we kind of got in an argument about something, and post phone call, I was sitting there like, do I even confront anything with him? And I kind of thought of this quote. This is why I'm doing the content today. Because I was like, well, for the I am at the right person, but the right degree was the problem. I'm like, well, I don't want to let this go because it needs to be said to prevent future arguments. So I just texted him my thought on the thing. And, I took fault for my part, but I also said, like, this is what I didn't like. And, just so you know, kind of thing. And he actually was receptive to, because it was the right degree at the right time after we calmed down for the right purpose, because I care about him. I don't want to keep having circular arguments with him. And it was in the right way. I didn't like call him or like said it in a mean tone. And it was within my power, and it wasn't easy. It was easier just to like kind of let it blow over. But that's the thing. You shouldn't be afraid of confrontation, but you shouldn't also be joyous in having confrontation. I notice a lot of people have this thing where they don't have a lot of power in their life. They love confronting people. I worked in the restaurant industry briefly, and I notice a lot of times people, they don't have power in their life, so they're going to order the waiter and busboy around because this is how they get their power, and they're going to confront anything because they're not able to confront who they really need to confront. It's like the kicking the puppy idea. The guy comes home from work, kicks the puppy because he's mad at his boss. If there's a problem, confronting it, even if it's the hard thing to do. I always joke in poker, at least, where it's like the easy call is the one you shouldn't make if it's easy to call the bet. But if it's the hard bet to call, you got to call it. It's like the opposite. It's like the George Costanza. You have to do the opposite of that fear within you. If you're afraid of something, you should do it. And if you're not afraid of something, you shouldn't do it. It's like there's that quote, fools rush in where angels dare not tread. There's usually a reason why the other person is trying to goad you into a reaction. It happened to my brother recently where his boss was trying to get him to react so he could fire him, kind of being insulting. Sometimes someone's goading you into a confrontation. So sometimes the right thing to do isn't to become angry, and it's not the right time.